Hello and welcome. Today we're taking a look at Junkrat. Junkrat is one of the strongest heroes in Overwatch at the moment and deals a ton of consistent damage to the enemy team by lobbing grenades at them. Grenades bounce, and after 2 bounces they explode, damaging all enemies around them. And if you hit an enemy directly, they will explode straight away and deal even more damage. This is what makes Junkrat such a strong hero. You can deal consistent damage to the enemy team by lobbing grenades into a group fight and hitting many of them at the same time and killing them. Looking at the stats here, if you do manage to hit someone directly with a grenade, you will deal 130 damage. So that means you only need to hit them 2 times and you will kill most enemy heroes. Now, if your grenade hits enemies from nearby, doesn't directly hit them, you will still deal quite a bit of damage, between 10 to 80, and this is to all enemy heroes within the explosion radius. So it really does add up, and you can really help your team a lot by consistently damaging the enemy team as a whole group. This is especially true if they are all in the same area and you can really make sure that you're hitting multiple targets at the same time with every grenade. So Junkrat's first ability is Concussion Mine. Junkrat can throw down a mine either near or far away and right click to detonate it. This deals 30 to 120 damage and knocks enemies up or away from the explosion, meaning that you can use it to knock enemies off a cliff if you're on the kind of map that allows you to do that. You can also use it to boost yourself up and it won't do any damage to you or your teammates. This is very useful for Junkrat because sometimes you need to get up high somewhere or you need to be jumping around and make it harder for enemies to kill you. You can place down 2 concussion mines instead of only 1, which makes it an even stronger ability. Junkrat's second ability is Steel Trap, and this one is very useful too. This one will trap an enemy in place, stunning them for 1 second and rooting them there so that they cannot move or get away for 3. This makes it easy for you, once an enemy is trapped, to lob grenades directly at them and hit them for maximum damage. It also helps out your teammates too, because if an enemy is stuck and they cannot move, your team can all focus on that person and bring them down quick. So this is especially useful in big team fights and also when assassin style heroes are coming for you directly. You can place a steel trap down close to your feet, and as they come for you and try to kill you, they will hopefully land on that steel trap and then you can finish them off. Now, Junkrat's ultimate ability is called Riptire, and this is considered to be one of the best ultimates in the entire game. Junkrat will rev up a spinning tire that you can control, which lasts 10 seconds and can be detonated at any time to deal massive damage to all nearby enemies. Now, this spinning tire goes pretty fast and can climb up walls, and you can also jump around with it as you control it. This is important because the tire only has about 100 HP, and as soon as enemies hear you beginning your ultimate, they will try to find the tire and shoot it down. Junkrat's final ability, which is his passive, is called Total Mayhem. So when Junkrat dies, he will drop 6 grenades by his feet, each dealing 50 damage, and if there's any enemy players standing there, they will probably take a ton of damage and maybe even die. Apart from the odd lucky kill that you'll get from this passive, you cannot really do too much to ensure that you're doing well with this passive. I mean, you should always try not to die, but if you are going to die anyway, you can try to position yourself closer to the enemy team. So now that you've got a basic overview of Junkrat and his abilities, let's go over a few tips to help you get better with him. So playing as Junkrat, you should always be moving around and lobbing grenades from a relatively safe distance. You don't need to be too far, but you shouldn't be too close to the enemy either if you don't need to be. Doing this will mean that you can deal considerably good, high, consistent damage to the enemy team from a safe enough distance, and you'll be less likely to die. So remember, when enemies are around, you should always be moving so that you don't get hit by a sniper or someone else trying to target you. Use cover too, because as Junkrat, you are one of a few heroes who can deal damage without even being in the line of sight of other enemies. You can lob grenades over a wall or over some form of cover and deal damage without the enemy even being able to see you or get the chance to attack you. So take advantage of that. Remember to use your concussion mines a lot, not only for enemies but also for yourself, to boost yourself up and become very hard to kill. Nobody likes to try and kill a Junkrat who keeps bouncing around all over the place because it's just difficult to do, just as it can be difficult to try and kill Pharah who's shooting down at you from up in the sky. Don't forget to use your steel trap, and don't be afraid to use it often. You don't have to always wait for the perfect moment to use it. If you do that, sometimes you'll end up using it barely at all, and that wouldn't be good. When using Riptire, remember Junkrat can still be seen, so you should try to hide behind some cover before you start your ultimate. If you do need to use it straight away though, don't be afraid to do that. You can do it and sacrifice Junkrat if you have to, because sometimes that can make the difference between winning or losing a match. That's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you liked the video and subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Let me know what hero I should do next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.